do 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 do. What's up, everybody? What's up? Before we get started, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more motivation and just encouragement. So, what's going on, beautiful people? How are you doing tonight? How are you, beautiful people, doing? Oh, what's going on, Butter? What's happening? What's happening? Just on here, like I say, to do some motivation and some encouragement and just to see how is everybody doing. We are in the month of March. We're only, 3 month, well, I'll say almost 3 months in to the new year. So how are y'all guys feeling today? And, just what is going on with you beautiful people? Yes, sir. I'm gonna wait a few more minutes and then, I'm just gonna dive in. Okay. Do 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 do. Okay. Just trying to get this thing started. Um, so I guess the question for tonight is, what are you doing to start in your business? Oh, I'm just saying, what are you doing right now to be successful? Yeah, that's the beautiful question. How are y'all beautiful people doing? How are y'all beautiful people doing tonight? Hey, and that was funny. I was just typing in the question, and all you beautiful people came to join me with me. And so, pretty much the question is for tonight: what are you doing right now to be successful? Let's see. Can I get a shout out? Of course. What's going on, Jack? What is going on? Shout out to Jack. Shout out to everybody who's on here. Let's see. What is your age? I'm a, I'm, a, I'm, I'm 40. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with that because I'm happy to be the age that I am because there's a lot of people who haven't made it to 40. So, and I'm grateful and thankful. And just trying to continue to trust God and trust the process. Let's see, what's going on, Julie? Oh, Nicole. Okay, Nicole, how you doing? So, just like I said, too, what are you doing right now to be successful? So, if, and I'm gonna say this, the Lord has imparted on you, the vision or the idea for whatever it is that he's imparting on you. And sure, sure, sure. Shout out Leah. Okay, shout out to Isaac. So just touch bases. Shout out to Leah. So the question is, what are you doing right now to be successful in whatever it is that God is imparting you to do? So, example, if it's a business, have you already started researching whatever is needed to get the proper information to A, start the business plan, get the LLC. If you need a bank loan, have you started researching banks? Have you started? Uh, Let me see what else. Have you started looking at like the cost of some of these things? And this is the thing, even if you don't have the money currently for whatever it is, you can still work on it. I mean, there's things around it like, okay, if you know you have the business idea, look at your market, look at where you're currently at market wise, and look at your target audience. Who are you going to be uh, targeting more so your business can be successful? Are you doing any networking? Are you, being very visual, visible, and, going to network events? Are you reinvesting in yourself? Are you, to get the knowledge that you need to carry out whatever business or whatever it is that the Lord is imparting on you to do? Are you taking classes? And even if you're not going to school for it, but are you taking any certifications to be very versed in it? I mean, one thing I will say, we have a lot of things that's on YouTube, or just I'll just say in general, the internet, where you can find information. If it's something that you want to know, you can find it. I mean, sometimes you can kind of work around like not having the finances, but it's always a plus when the finances are are right there to be disposed of. But at the same time, sometimes you have to rely on that faith, and you have to trust God and trust the process, because even if you don't have the funds, or you might not have a, I'll say a, what's the word I'm looking for? A direct way of how you're going to do whatever it is that the Lord is imparting on you to do. But, it's going to happen. And if you trust the Lord and you trust the process, just knowing that He's the source. And if He's the source, He's going to provide the resources. So that's why, we have to continue to trust God, and let Him, read our word, fast, pray, and start researching some stuff. Like, if you know it's something that the Lord has laid on your heart, and like I said, if the finances are one thing that's like the only thing that you don't have going on, do the research. You know, pretty much in whatever state you're in, or even if you in your country, look at how much it's going to cost for to get an LLC. How much is it going to cost to trademark? How much is it going to cost to you know get potentially like business insurance? Because if you're going to have employees, how much is the insurance going to cost to support your employees, or just to have the insurance just in case incident happens with your business, how that will be covered, you know, supplies, know, what distribution companies that you're going to use to get your product made, and how much of it is going to be, I'll say, a loss or a waste, or versus how much profit you're going to make. You need to know these things, or have an idea of where to look at, just so you can get a really good understanding of whatever it is that you're trying to do. Like for me, per se, My background, of course, a lot of people know my story, which was, I was in corrections, but I also am very versed with business. That's just something, something in my background. But for me, because I haven't I'll say been familiar with it in a while. So some of the things that I may look into for myself are, courses on, some business classes just to bring me back current to a lot of different ways to handle my business. Of course, you never go wrong with networking. And another good thing is getting sound advice. So if you want to be successful in whatever it is that you're striving to do, then get proper feedback. Do the research. Be consistent. Learn your strategies and know the particular market that you're going into. And that's just not only a business thing, but that's just a life thing. Even in life, you want to make sure that you're connected to the source, which is God. You also want to be able to research and look at these different things just so you can be successful. And, you know, I'm just talking light on this just to give you some things to talk about and to think on and to ponder on, because ultimately you can have an idea all day, but if you're not actually putting some type of effort into it, then all you're doing is just sitting on something. And what's that old saying, closed mouths have let me see, closed mouths won't get fed or something like that. So, you got to take the time and do your own due diligence into finding out whatever it is that you're good at. That one, that is something that makes you happy, that also can also bring in profits. And like I said before, taking the time to, do your research, know where you're at, know what's hitting in the market. But then at the same time, don't be afraid to be yourself when it comes to looking up all of these different informations, so you can be successful and it can help you in whatever it is that you're trying to do and accomplish. So, you know I'm on here just to spread some motivation and some encouragement, and just to let you know that, regardless of what your circumstance is or your background, that you can do all things through Christ that strengthens you. And when God has you, trust me, it might be different from how you figured how things would work, but if He imparted on you, it's going to happen. It might not happen when you want it to, but it will happen nonetheless. So you have to take the time, one, to be prayerful, consistent, and even, just take the time to do what you need to do. And don't worry about the naysayers. So, yeah, that I would say that's just a couple things that I would say. And I'm, just wanted to do something light. Of course, I'll be back tomorrow. And one thing I will say also too, if you like what you hear, subscribe to the channel, hit the like, hit the share, because I'm just trying to do some motivation and some encouragement and to let you know that, hey, it's going to be okay. Me personally, I actually do want to grow my platform, not only to help with kingdom building, but I also want to use my platform to help motivate and encourage people. And also, too, I'm interested in media. So combine that with business, of course, the Lord, and, just take sound advice and doing some research and all of these different things. Like, hey, do I have everything together? No, of course not. But One of the things that I've been working on is to get online every day, being consistent, regardless if I get one person to view or if I get quite a few views. But the one of the main things I would say is being consistent, and do not, do not, and I repeat, do not be upset on small beginnings, because hey, we all go through it, we all need it, and we gotta you gotta continue to trust God, and we gotta continue to trust the process. So everything is all good in the neighborhood. So, but yeah, so I'm not gonna keep you, but I just actually just wanted to get on here just to talk with you, because like I said before, I come on Monday through Fridays, on a Saturday occasionally, or if I miss a day, like I missed a day this past week, and that was because we were doing a shut-in at my church, and it was really fun, and I missed a day, but I got back on here on Saturday, because it's all about being consistent. So one thing that you can keep in mind, one thing to be successful right now is to be consistent. And at the same time, also, if you, but how is your day? But yeah, all is well. Let me see. I'm sorry, I forgot to ask before, but how was your day? My day is going pretty well. I just wanted to get on here. Appreciate the call on and asking how I was doing, Butter, and I hope everybody who is on is doing very well. And just like I said, to do some motivation and some encouragement, and just like share, and just continue to trust the process. And I'm just happy to be here, and just to be a light. And regardless of whatever the circumstances are, I am here to be a light, because people have poured into me. They continue to pour into me. And one of the things that I want to do is to pour into you, and to let you know that regardless of anything, you're going to be okay. So, one of the things that I would say that will make you successful is being consistent in not only your prayer life, reading your word, fasting, praying, and actually starting a relationship with the Father, because through it all, He's going to give you everything that you need. And if you know everything good, he'll give you some of those wants too. But one of the main things to be successful is to make sure that you let the Lord direct your path. Period. If it doesn't have the Lord into it, then I'll say it like this: I don't want it. And I'm still growing myself on my journey, but I'm trusting God and I'm trusting the process. So, I hope you do as well. And like I said before, I will have different people on occasionally, and I'm going to, I'll say, dive deeper into, you know, getting like a podcast so I can link stuff and everything. And right now I'm doing everything, phone, and I'll get on here occasionally. I might try to jump on my laptop, because I'm trying to learn some features, and I have to get back onto that. But you know the way that I look at it is that eventually, um the Lord will, open some more doors where I can do like a whole podcasting kind of thing on here, and you know it'll provide some passive income. And I know I've said it, so I got to break myself out of that. All those years working at the prison, picked up some things. So excuse me on that. But like I said before, just here for some motivation and some encouragement. And I just want you guys to know that you can do it. You know, if God has done it for me, He can do it for you. And if you don't have a, most importantly, building that relationship with the Father. If you don't have a relationship with God, then and you don't know how to start a relationship, it's easy as I'm sitting here talking to you. Start a conversation with the Father. Say, hey, hey, I don't know you, Father. I don't know you, God, but I want to get to know you. And don't start. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about right there, Butter. We can push through. We got this. We definitely do. Because ultimately, we cannot do anything without the Father. We need Him in every single thing that we do. And just know it's in the Word that long suffering is in the cup. So we're going to go through a lot of things until it's time to be with the Father. So but the only thing is when you have God, you can go with that with grace. Exactly, exactly. And you have to trust God and trust the process, because we cannot do anything on our own will. We have to give it to Him. We keep moving forward till we can. And that's what I'm talking about right there. That's what I'm talking about. And also to remember, this is not a 40 meter dash or a 60 meter dash, or the 4x1 or the 200 or the 4x4. This is a marathon. So you got to build that endurance and continue to trust God, and it's gonna be good. So, like I said before, I'm not gonna keep you long, and I'm actually gonna get off. I need to drink me some water. But I will be back on tomorrow to give you your daily dose of some motivation and some encouragement. So stay tuned and just know it's only Tuesday. And if you haven't, if you're not keeping us long, we love having you here. Thank you, Butter. That's what's up. But this is the thing. If there is something that you're trying to do and it doesn't seem like it seems like it's taking too long, just think of it as the Lord is just setting the stage for everything to fall into place for you. So you have to stay diligent, stay humble, trust the process, and just continue to be faithful. And think, God loves us more than we know. He loves us. He knows us better than we know ourselves. He knows exactly what we need, when we need it, how we need it, and it's all in His timing. So if you know that, and that's the thing, it can be so hard because it's like, oh my gosh, like, when is it going to happen? How is it going to happen? And you'll run yourself sick trying to figure out all the different ways on how whatever is going to happen. But if the Lord has imparted on you and told you that this is going to happen, then you got to have that faith, that crazy faith, that faith of a mustard seed. And all you need is a little piece, and a things can turn around suddenly, and something's going to shake and bake in the pot. So, we got to stay diligent, y'all. And this is something I was going to say. If you haven't started those ideas or plans or whatever it is, just think it's only the third month in the year. It's only the third month, and we haven't really bust the year open yet. I mean, even though it's probably been some fireworks already, but just think about it. It's only the third month of the year. There's still a lot of time to do whatever it is that you know that the Lord is directing you to do. If He said start the business, start the business. You might not know exactly where everything is coming on or what it's going to do, but just start. Let me see. Honestly, it feels like this year is going by fast than other years. Yeah, exactly. It really it really does. It's like pew, like it was like just 5 minutes ago. It was like January or something like that, and we're already in the month of March. So, and then think about it like this too. Things can turn around suddenly. So, like me for example, the Lord has given me like different ideas and different things like some things that to do, and it's like, dang, I really don't got no the finances. Not gonna let 2020 was the best as we thought it would. Oh yeah, 20 was, oh yeah, it was the year of the COVID. Yeah, I I remember. Um, but I'm just saying, trust the process, and everything's gonna be all right. And like I said, for me, the Lord has imparted some things on me in terms of things to do, different ventures and stuff like that. Now, currently, do I have the funds to do any of this? Currently, no. But my God is a provider, and this is the thing. He wouldn't impart these things on me if he didn't know something was going to already happen for me. My job is to continue to stay faithful, continue to read that word, continue to fast, continue to pray, and lean on the Lord, not on myself, because I can't do anything. We cannot do anything. When I say we, I mean man, woman, child, black, white, Hispanic, whatever your nationality is, we cannot do anything without God. So if God said it's going to happen, it's going to happen. Just got to trust the process. But just know when it happens, remember who did it for you. You know what I'm saying? Remember who did it for you. Because sometimes, in the way I'm thinking about it, sometimes the Lord has to break you down to the point so he can get the glory out of all of it. You see, like you cannot do anything by yourself. Guess what? You didn't do it by yourself. I did it for you. And you're supposed to exalt the Father. Give him all the praise. Give him all the glory because he's worthy of all of that. And my thing is, with whatever it is that the Lord is going to bless me with, just like I'm saying to you, whatever the Lord is going to bless you with, just know that he's handing it over to you because one, you're going to be a good steward of whatever the Lord is going to bless you to take care of, whether for something in the finances or health or whatever the case may be. So you have to continue to be diligent, continue to pray, continue to give God the glory regardless of the fact. So, and just think about it like this. I'll say for myself, this is probably the longest that I haven't worked or whatever. And I've applied. Like I said before, I still have my class, a class left. But in terms of work, like work wise, I've been working like forever, which is, this is one of those things. It's kind of like, okay, man, funds is, like I can't move, and I'm not gonna say like how I used to, because I can do a little something, and I'll say like I'm able to get some funds, you know what I'm saying, because of this thing called door dashing. So it might, and I'll say, and I know the area I'm in, so I'll say it like this: I can put some gas in the car. Might be able to get me some coffee from my spot. I like 7 brew. I'm a big coffee person. I was like, oh my goodness, I love me some coffee. Whew, it is so good. I get me some coffee, and I'll say, I can get me a little something or whatever. Now, what am I used to? Okay, you see what I'm saying? But I'm still being humble and I'm trusting God because, hey, guess what? I'm not missing a meal. I'm trying to tell you. I moved back home and I'm still able to, go to the gym. Well, I've been going passively to the gym. I actually need to get back on top of that. But, I can do a little something here. I'm able to attend church how I need to and be able to get on these beautiful lives with y'all beautiful people. And I'm still able to research and look up things. I have things written down just so, whenever that opportunity comes, I'll know, okay, I need to bam, bam, bam. Or I might need to go back and look at a couple things. But I know that the Lord has me. And if He has me, He definitely has you. So, with that being said, I have two hands, or one hand's holding the phone, and I thank God for the plan. And just know that you're beautiful, you're handsome, you're gorgeous, you're more than enough. You're the head and not the tail. You're above and not beneath. You're good in season and out of season. And just know, just know that God loves you and I love you as well. And guess what? I'll see you tomorrow. Yes, sir. All right. Check y'all beautiful people later.